In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use summary blocks. This is going to be a very brief introduction if you don't know what these are or you just want to get familiar with this particular tool. Simply because there are so many variations and options that we can add with summary blocks, it's an entire mini course itself. In fact, this is a module within our Squarespace Box of Tricks course, and I'll leave a link in the description for you. But let's go to Add Block. Then we can scroll down through the options and we can see Summary. A summary block feeds through content from a blog, calendar, or product store through to any page in our site. So instead of feeding through all of the information, so we don't see an entire blog here, we get the options of thumbnail image, tags, title, summary, and potentially a read more button. But when we first add it, as shown here, so if I just go back in, add block, summary block once more, we can expand it using the handles on the bounding box. And this is what it's going to look like by default. We've got the standard alignment options. We can align the content to the top, middle, or bottom of the blog. There's a duplicate option, delete, and an option to pin it. So as we scroll through the site, that just stays in position depending on other areas. I haven't done a lot with the pinning option, and that's something I definitely want to do in future tutorials. But for now, let's focus on summary block. And if I double click on it, it's the same as clicking on this pencil icon where we bring up this pop-up window. Before doing anything design-wise, I would recommend just finding the content that you want to link in through via the summary block. We're going to bring in the 4 most recent posts from our blog. Now we're going to jump across to design. We're going to choose our summary block style. We can go carousel. We can go list, grid. Grid and carousel are going to be roughly the same. The difference is we can show more items than are visible from the off. So let's say we want up to 12 items to be available in the summary block. By choosing the carousel option, we've got these arrows in the top right hand corner that allows us to skip through the next three. Or we can go to 4. I'm just looking at multiple, so we've got 3 sections of 4 that when we click on that arrow twice, we go to the end and then we can go back to the start. So this allows our audience to see what type of blog content we have without having to commit to jump through to read the blog section. So fewer clicks, happy experience, happy client. What we can also do is change the ratio. Even go with vertical options, which can work really nicely to get that YouTube Shorts or Reels feel to it. I'm going to go with the 3:2 standard or even the square option. If we go with auto, it will then depend on the ratio of the original image. So if you wanted a masonry effect where they're all different heights, you can customize that by cropping your photos before you upload them into the blog section, and then it will create that offset. These are all the same ratio apart from this one here, where we can see it steps up into the design. Most of the time though, I like to pick a lane and just have them all nice, neat and consistent. And we've also got the option for a read more link. I put some custom code in that's really screwing that up at the moment, so we're not going to add that in this case. And you've also got the option to show and hide additional details. Exit summary basically of the blog post, and that's available in the blog item settings. An image, so we can have text only links if we want that page to load really quickly. But when we're talking about blog content, usually the photos tell part of the story, so I'm going to leave them in. We can change the text size. I've added so much custom code to this site that it's not going to work without me tinkering with a few things behind the scene. But generally what you would find is in the Excel, the font size would be much larger. But I fixed it for other purposes, and I really do need to go and do a bit of housekeeping on this site. But those are the design options. If we go to content, we can change the metadata. So we can go with tags instead of the date, especially if a lot of the content's timeless and we want it to appear evergreen. And also we can filter through via category. Let's look at maybe just only bringing Canva tutorials or graphic design, Squarespace courses. Or if we click none, it will just go back to the default option. So we've got so many different things that we can do with the summary block, and that's just even by feeding blog content. Instead of the blog page, let's go for Squarespace plugins. And now it brings in the Squarespace plugins from those stores. We've probably got a bit of work to do to tidy up and make them uniform. For example, this one's got quite a long exit. That basically means that we haven't put any additional content in. This is where, when we're linking to products, we probably want to get rid of the exit option. So if we untick that and we want them all to look nice and uniform, that's an easy way of doing that. So hopefully that's given you a nice quick introduction into summary blocks and what they're about. The best way to learn how to get the most from these is to play around with them, but they are an easy way to make your content more dynamic on your pages as you're designing. If you're interested in finding out more advanced tips of how to use summary blocks or indeed get to grips with Squarespace in general, we have our Squarespace Box of Tricks course, which is available on Pixelhaze Academy. Alternatively, we've recently launched 2 communities over on Skool with a K, Skool. Our DIY community is perfect for those who want additional support to be able to leave us with messages that we can respond to, use your headaches and challenges as part of our weekly live sessions, or indeed, if you want to get access to our full library of courses, then that's available at the moment for $15 a month. There are limited spaces. Likewise, we've got a coaching community where we will give you an individualized development plan, whether you're building your first Squarespace site for your business or you're looking to go into the creative industries as a career option. Not only will we build you that personalized development plan, we also have weekly support sessions where you can spend time with us and the rest of your community so we can discuss your challenges and resolve them on the fly. We're scaling up the number of support sessions as more and more people are joining our coaching community. Left some information in the description. Check it out. Otherwise, I'll catch you soon with another tutorial. Have fun.